Good evening everyone, welcome to another weekly GM Crafts TikTok Live. It's Wednesday evening again, 7 p.m, which means of course that we've got some exciting things to share with you as always. Demonstrations, lots of inside knowledge and news, tips and hints, as well as obviously answering your questions and answers. How are you all this evening? I have some really bad news. Listen to this. Good evening, Anya. No, Anya. Poor Anya's got COVID and she's at home with her mum and dad, being looked after. She is with us at the other side of the screen, so she will pop along a message tonight and she'll try and grab anybody that needs some answers sending to them after the live. But unfortunately, Anya's not in the craft room with me tonight, which is really sad, and I miss you, Anya. Get well soon. So, I do have a new visitor with me in my craft room tonight, and it's my other half, my husband. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my husband. Good evening, Adam.
Good evening, everybody.
Adam is going to try and be my Anya substitute, and hopefully he won't mess it up too badly.
I will.
But if you've got any questions tonight, any comments, Adam is going to be Anya, so he will try and read them out to me and keep up with you all. He's a TikTok virgin, so this could be very interesting, guys. So it could be interesting to see where this goes, so bear with me, and apologies in advance if we have any glitches or hiccups along the way. However, I will dive straight in. As I say, Anya is at the other side watching us, and she may try and comment if she can. She probably has already. And obviously, any questions whatsoever, as usual, please do let us know. And Adam will try and relay them to me, and Anya will try and screenshot them if there's anybody that needs answering after the live. If by any chance we miss you and we don't come back to you by sort of 10 o'clock tonight, please do send us a message and we will gladly obviously come back to you and give you whatever it is you need help with, or links, etc. And if you want the free cut files, which I'm hoping you're going to love tonight, then do comment on one of our other posts if you would like the cut files for the live, or send us a PM, because unfortunately during a live we can't send links from your comment, and then when the live has ended we lose the comments. So if you need anything or want anything, then do let us know. We are, of course, as you always remember, live again tonight on Facebook at 8 p.m, and you are very welcome to join us. We will have a very different demonstration. In fact, I've got a few different demonstrations for you this evening, and hopefully it will be interesting for you. I've got so many things to share. First thing I'd like to share, I've got so much things to tell you about as well. So the first thing I'd like to share is our discount code this week, and it's to give you 15% off of our own brand vinyl. So that's all of our self-adhesive own brand category, our HTV category and our pattern category, as well as the adhesive inkjet printable and laserjet printable vinyl category on the website. Again, you're very welcome to ask for the links, and if you send us a PM or comment, or Anya will try and grab it. If not, then we will give you those links. And the discount code expires midnight on Friday. That is Friday the 8th of July 2022, and the discount for 15%, to get that off you need to put July 15 in your checkout window where it says have you got any voucher codes, and that will give you 15% off all of your vinyl in our category of self-adhesive, our HTV vinyl, and of course all of our pattern vinyl, which is available in the self-adhesive and the HTV ranges. And also, I nearly forgot to tell you, paper crafts. Talking of paper crafts, I won't talk too much about that, but I've got some exciting demonstrations for next week's live, including paper flowers and all of those unusual number cards, 3D cards We've made them a number of times, no pun intended, but these are different numbers, different anniversaries, different birthdays that we were going to have as our free cut files next week. I don't normally tell you a week in advance, but I thought that might get you interested. So get your paper crafts while this 15% discount is on, because it will be a different thing entirely next week, and I might not have a discount code at all. It just depends on what I can get the boss to agree to on a Wednesday morning. So July 15, that's your discount code for tonight. Now, tonight I'm going to talk to you about Colp E, which is our handheld printer, and I'm going to talk to you about vinyl, and I'm going to talk to you about printable vinyl and how to apply to candles, amongst other things. So let me see if Adam's got any questions or anything he wants to tell me before I jump straight in. Adam, are you all right over there?
Yeah, I'll try not to nod off.
That's rude.
Yeah, I know. Hi, my honey, which I think is somebody we may know, has said, is that the Colp party? Is it Colp or Colp
Yeah,
E?
Colp E-mark. It is indeed. Hi, my honey. Good evening. Nice to see you. I hope you are okay. Oh, it's beeping at me now.
It's making noises.
Making noises. That's always fatal. Is that all we need, or can I carry on what I'm doing?
I don't know. Somebody's just said here I'm going to order some patch twills.
Oh, patch twills. Talking of patch twills, before I do anything else, did you see our demonstration on patch twills last week? Our patch twill section is in the HTV category, so obviously we'll include that 15% discount. What a bargain. So we did these demonstrations last week to make the patch twill, which is like this diamond, or this circle, or this, what do we call it, Anya? Oh, Anya, I could do with you. I never remember this one. It's like a shield. Adam, what's that shape called?
Which one? Show me.
This one.
Oh, no idea.
No. Anybody know what it's called? I'm going to have to get the card out. Oh, no, disaster. Bear with me. Failed at the first hurdle without you, Anya. It is called crest. Sorry, it's a crest. So last week we did have these as our demonstrations. We've got this one as a demonstration tutorial and blog on the website blog and in our YouTube and on our TikTok as well. So do have a look at that. There is some other patch twills on our TikTok account. So do pop along and have a nosy. The patch twill. Oh, I've got this one as well. I made last week. Not whether you can see that. It gives you, does that show up on camera, Adam?
What are we looking at?
The grain of this patch twill badge.
It's not in the camera.
Oh, heavens.
No, it is.
Sorry, guys.
You need to go to your right a bit, or maybe your left.
Oh, dear. Is that any better?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, you can certainly see the...
Can I see the patch twill?
Yeah, you can see the patch twill pattern.
So it makes it look embroidered, and that's the aim of the game, so to speak. And you just layer... We've got lots of info on our blog and teaching you how to do it, and you just layer your vinyl on after applying it, and it literally looks like those embroidered badges, like you get the Boy Scouts, Girl Guides, women...
Yeah, team badges.
Team badges, yeah. Yeah, you'd know all about that. And I made this with it the other week, and that is, again, we've got the video and the blog on our website and the video on our TikTok, and this I made for our grandson Kane, so I'll hopefully give that to him in the next week or so. And it's a bit of a play on football, obviously, red card and yellow card. So yellow card, for those of you that are not overly familiar, is a bit of a warning, so it's just a bit of a cheeky t-shirt, mate, really, for a 6-year-old. And again, our blog does teach you on the website how to layer that, as well as the free cut file too, which you can personalise. So tonight, let's get on with tonight's demonstration.
Hi, my honey's just asked what the vinyl was around the sparkly vinyl around that patch twill badge that you just showed.
Holographic HTV, hi my honey. It was we've got a whole variety of holographic HTV, which obviously you can get in the discount with your 15% tonight, and it's ideal for it. Really, I'll bring it back in. It's really sparkly. I think it's beautiful. So let me just get that again. I also cut the beer jugs out of the same cut file, but obviously I made them bigger. Took them out the middle of this, made them bigger. And it's a bit of a gift bag, really, so you could, if you're going to cheers to you. So if you've got somebody who's leaving their employment, or it's their birthday, or you just want to say thanks for something you've done, congratulations maybe if they've achieved something, then that would make a really nice design. And we do have those free cut files available to you. If you want them, let us know. And that is it. Yeah, it's holographic HTV. Right, just get my bits and bobs. So we do a variety of application tapes on the website. I wanted to very briefly talk to you about those tonight before I move on, because I'm going to use application tape first in the first demonstration, and I've cut this ready tonight because Adam's with me. I figured I'd try and give us a bit of a variety, but also make it so we've got a bit of flexibility tonight. So I've got a design to cut after this for you, but I thought I'll do this one first, and then that gives us a chance to ease Adam into the process, doesn't it? So this is tonight's free cut file. Into this demonstration on TikTok, I'm making it out of self-adhesive, and I'm using matte vinyl, our self-adhesive matte vinyl, which that 15% discount code can be used on for the wording, and I've already weeded that. And I've also used and cut already our Oracle 651, which again, you can have the 15% discount on. And I've used the blue, the green and the pink for this design. So I'll weed those in a moment with you. And these are brilliant. They are classed as a permanent self-adhesive. Adam has very kindly created me this from our wood on our farm, and he sanded this beautifully for me. So I'm hopefully going to make something very nice for a wedding. But it's not just for a wedding. It could be used as a gift for anybody else that needs a bit of encouragement or upliftment. So let's see what you think when I've got it together. Are you all right over there? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I was just looking at the grain on that piece of wood. It's really rather nice.
Yeah, you've achieved quite a good job for that, haven't you?
Reasonable.
Even if you do say so yourself. Now, you'll notice I've not got my weeding pad tonight. And the reason I've not got my weeding pad is I've had to give it to the boss. We're at Crafting Live.
Sorry, this device lost its connection.
Oh, now I've got Alexa joining in. That's never happened when you're here, Anya. Let me just switch her off.
Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alexa.
Don't think we needed your input.
No, there's enough novices here.
Alexa's obviously feeling envious of Adam joining in the crafting fun. Right, that's Alexa, shut up. So we are at Crafting Live Doncaster. Me and Anya aren't, obviously, but the team are, GM Crafts are. We are at Crafting Live Doncaster this weekend, and we are on stand B11. For those of you that are going, there is free parking, and tickets can be brought online or they can be brought on the door. And it's a 2-day event on the Saturday and the Sunday. And on Saturday it runs from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. and on Sunday it runs from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. And we will be there with some different promotional offers. So do come along and say hi on the stand. Tell the team what you think of the lives. I'm sure they'd love to know all about that and how much you enjoy them, and what you'd like to see us produce next on our lives or our blogs, or what craft blanks would you like us to bring you. That's something that's often discussed when we're on a live, isn't it? So tell the team what you'd like to see, and it'd be nice for them to... It's the actual boss and the production manager that are running the stand this year. So it'd be nice for them to catch up with you all and see what you all think. So do pop along and say hello to them, and I'm sure they'd be delighted to see you. I know they're genuinely particularly looking forward to it, because they don't often get to see the customers and they don't often get to talk to you. And it's something that they really do look forward to. So do make sure you say hello to them, because I'm sure they'll be feeling it. After this, it'll be 3 years since we did our last Crafting Live, and it's their 10-year anniversary this year. So there's lots of things to look forward to. Special offers as always on the shows. So yes, do pop along and say hi to them if you get a chance. So that's the green. I'll just do the pink. Are you all right over there, Adam?
Yeah, I am. Hi, my honey's just said, are you doing a winner announcement again tonight?
No, we announced the free ticket winner on Monday on the post that we were giving away for the Crafting Live tickets. And we alerted the customers directly because they needed to get the tickets sent off so that they've got them ready for the live. So, and the ticket holders have come forward. Do watch out because we will obviously be doing some more competitions and giveaways in the very near future because we do like to reward you and keep you entertained. And quite often we do like to announce it on the live who's won because I think it's quite exciting. Hi, my honey, what have you been making this week? I know you messaged me the other day with some cut setting advice that you wanted, so I'd love to know how that worked out. Right, so that's the pink. Should use my weeding waste collector. I'm just sticking it on the back of my hand then. Right, so we want to transfer this vinyl. How are we going to do that? Well, we've got a variety of application tape and I just wanted to talk you through what some of them were. I haven't got them all here, I'm afraid. I am rather like a ship without a rudder tonight. I've got no Anya and I've got quite a lot of my equipment at the show. So it's a bit weird tonight for me, but I'm getting there, so bear with me. So I haven't got all my app tape tonight because some of it has gone off to the show. But I have our low tack, high tack and medium tack. What I would call masking typed paper. It's not masking paper, but it's like that. And they are really good general purpose, one use only, or two sometimes, application tape. Transfer tape is another word for them. So you've got low tack, which I've got it in the wrong way around, in my right hand. Then you've got medium tack in the middle, and you've got high tack on my left hand. Now, the differences between them are quite dramatic. So the low tack is really only useful if you've got light vinyl. And when I say light, you could use it on the Oracle and you could use it on the wall vinyl that we do. And although we've got our stained glass vinyl, it would work really well on that. And our gloss, our matte and our prime vinyl. But it wouldn't be very good for a holographic or a heavy one or our crafty vinyl because that would be too heavy for it and you would struggle to transfer it. I do tend to stick with a medium because it's such a big roll and you can get even bigger rolls that by the time I've used that, I would have probably ruined it if I'd got 2 or 3 if I was just crafting for myself. So I do tend to use medium tack more than anything because it's a bit more one size fits all. But when you're transferring things like our crafty vinyl, which is our matte-free compatible, smart machine compatible vinyl, so you don't need to use your cutting mat, and we do it in the Cricut Maker and Cricut Explore size, which also fits the Cameo 4, and we also do it in a single size for the Cricut Joy, and so that I would then use the high tack because it's such a strong application, such a strong vinyl, and it's quite heavy. It's beautiful vinyl, and we made a board with it not long ago. In fact, we've got quite a few free cut files and demonstrations using that on all the machines. And I find the high tack is really good for that. It's transparent. You'll see in a minute I shall use the medium. It's transparent to a point. It's opaque, so you can kind of see the design behind it. But I find if you're using it on walls or using it on something delicate, and even on card, paper crafts, you'll see next week when I do some paper crafting. This is really good because you can roll it back like our sausage skin and it doesn't cause any damage to the surface. So you've got that. Then we have what I call our gridded app tape. This is brilliant if you want to create lined up designs or when you want to reuse your waste because the grids mean you can line it up perfectly. It is kind of reusable. I wrap it round here and I'll use the same piece again and again, but it doesn't have any backing on. So once you've opened it and used it, you have to roll it back on itself. And if you wanted to say, transfer this onto application tape and post it to your mum in the post, then you would need to use something like our reusable app tape. And the reason why you'd use that is they both come with a paper backing, which means you can then cover the design back over, put it in a board envelope, send it wherever you want. And they are both what I class as a medium tack. And you've got 2 varieties. You've got this yellow toned one and then you've got the clear one with the grids again. And the red one, the yellow tone one has grids, but the grids are on the paper itself, not the transfer sheet. And that again is to help you line up for when you're using waste, reusing your waste. Okay, so how would you use it? Well, first and foremost, prep is key. So make sure you use a rubbing alcohol, a neat rubbing alcohol, when you're preparing a hard surface. I'm not doing it now live because I did it before I went live. With this being wood, it took longer to dry. But I use isopropyl, I can never pronounce that right.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a tongue twister, isn't it? I always use that, not a wipe. And the reason why is wipes have lanolin in. Even when they say they're just an alcohol wipe, in order to make them a wipe, they have lanolin in. And they will leave a residue and it will counteract why you're using it. So do use your rubbing alcohol instead. A tiny bit goes a very long way. So do work with that. You're right over there, Adam.
I am. All things personalised. It's just said, is there any way to reduce the amount of vinyl used? I imagine that was when you were pulling off your design, because it did look like there was an awful lot of vinyl
wasted. There is. So when you get the cut file, you can. This is grouped, and it's as you will see when I apply the design in a moment. It's as the design is applied. Now, if I was doing this as personal use, not on a camera, I would sit diligently, I'd ungroup it and I'd have these all in this top corner and I'd literally use about that much vinyl. But when I'm doing it for a live or a video demonstration, I don't want to do that because I want you to show how to line it up perfectly easily. And so I do it grouped on actually as the design is. But if you ungroup it, and you can put it in the top corner and then you can just literally cut and you save all of this waste. Then you would literally cut about that much vinyl. So yeah, good question, that one. Now I'm going to end up with labels all over my desk because I can't move my rolls. Bear with me. Sorry, it's all going wrong again. It's because you're not here, Anya. For those of you that missed the start of tonight's live, I'm very sorry Anya's not here this evening. Sadly, she has unfortunately contracted COVID. And I hope you're all right, Anya. We do miss you. And so my poor husband, bless him, got roped in tonight. I'm very grateful for that, I am. I don't think it's too bad, is it, Adam?
No, it's all right.
It's quite warm in here. So how are you all this evening? What have you all been up to? I'm just going to get this ready to transfer. So I'm using the medium tack app tape. And what I do is I lay it out on my hard surface. Oh, it's warm in here tonight with the camera lights on again. And we've got the window open. It is looking very grey out there again. So lay your application tape sticky side up. And then I get my design and I lay that face down over it, get my squeegee. Now, if you're doing this at home, you probably want to save this bit. So put it back on the roll so you've got it for a small project later. To one side for later. At this point I always trim it so that it gets the roll out of the way. Always transfer your self-adhesive vinyl onto your app tape this way round so that you are pushing the vinyl into the app tape and not pushing the vinyl back onto the carrier sheet you're trying to remove it from. So give it a good rub. I use one of our squeegees. We do a variety of different squeegees on our website. This is my favourite because it's got this leather piece, which means when I'm rubbing it onto delicate surfaces or I'm trying to get around corners or funny, cramp in my finger, funny shapes, then it gives me that ability to smooth it without causing any damage. Once you've transferred it, then you can check if you've got any bits that are not stuck properly, then obviously you can go back and go and visit again. It's stuck to my finger then. There you go. Now, you could put that on the board as it is, or you could choose to line it up over your design. Now, if you've cut all these bits into individual bits, you'll have to line it up individually by eye. But obviously I've not done that. So I'm going to line this up, put my tweezers there. Now, whenever I'm trying to line a design up, I always put a couple of things between the app tape I'm about to layer over it and the vinyl, so that I've got movement before I commit to putting it down, which I find can be really helpful. Now, I've put it the wrong way around. There we go. Just make sure I get this lined up correctly. Now this is a love heart design, so at this point, if it doesn't look right, then you know that you've got to move it, but it is right. So then I'll move my tweezers and I'll move my squeegee out of the way before rubbing again on the back to transfer it. Apologies, it's making the board shake a little. And that allows you then to get that perfect line up before you've committed it. Ooh. It's Adam's fault this is making this noise, because he's got the back end of it rounded. You didn't sand it all, did you?
No, that bit of wood's slightly warped, but it's a nice bit of wood.
It's a beautiful piece of wood, and when it's on the shelf it's going to look gorgeous. So, or you could drill a hole through the back and put a hook in if you wanted to. You can get pieces of wood like this online. There's lots of different wood yards these days that will sell you a small offcut like that. Now, because I've laid my app tape to the size for my pink layer, there's going to be one leaf out of place, which I can manually place afterwards too. So don't panic if that happens to you. There's one on that outer edges. Oh, two on the outer edges. But that will give me the shape, and then I can go back in and add the other bits to transfer when I've finished. So, middle of the board, middle of the heart. Again, if you're not sure where you're aiming at, put your squeegee on the board underneath, which gives you that extra bit of wriggle room before you commit to what you're doing. Ooh. Always burnish the back of the vinyl, or front of the vinyl as it is now, when applying, because the pressure from doing that activates the self-adhesive process in it, and then after 48 hours it will be completely cured and become permanent. Saying that, you can always remove permanent vinyl with a heated hairdryer. It just takes a bit of time and patience, but be careful not to burn yourself or the vinyl. Right, so let me just finish touching those bits of design up that I missed off the edge. My app tape was the wrong shape. So again, just go back in. You can see I'm reusing this piece, which you can do with this, even though it's not classed as reusable. But once you've finished and you put it away, it will gather dust. So obviously, it's only reusable whilst you're working on this project, or a couple of projects if you've got a couple on the go on your desk. There we go, that's got it beautifully now. Now I've got to remember which way this bit goes. You're right over there.
Yeah, I'm just watching in awe.
Right. So if you're not sure at this point, you go in and you do a little bit at a time. So I know that those two bits need to go on there. Now obviously if you were doing this at home, you'd have your computer screen in front of you and you would see exactly where you've just removed these from. But I haven't got my computer screen in front of me, so I'm just adding them in as I go. There we go. That's better. Now, have we got one more go in it to do the black, do we think? I think we will have. So as you can see, you've got a lovely heart there. And then I'm going to reuse it again on this. Making sure as it's getting tired now, that I give it a bit of extra pressure. I'm hoping you can still see me on camera there, Adam, because I'm aware I've just twisted to the side.
Yeah, it looks like I can still see you.
Ooh.
Sticky.
I may, because of the wood catching on it, I may have come to the end of this piece of apetape's life. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, it's transferring. So sometimes, obviously, this is me having reused this and stuck it onto wood, and wood always leaves fibre behind it because it's not sealed. So this is me reusing this piece of apetape again and again, and it's only the medium tack, don't forget. So this is pushing it to it's not classed as reusable, so this is pushing it to its extreme. So if ever you find you have difficulty transferring, just do what I'm doing. Do a little bit at a time, take your patience with it, and roll it back a bit at a time. And then at least if you lift it off, you're not causing yourself any damage or making anything move in the wrong place. We're nearly there. Now, has anybody seen that we've just started TikTok Shop? Another excitement this week, another piece of news. Has anybody spotted it? So, in the convenience of your own handset, you can now click on TikTok Shop on our page, which means that you haven't got to worry about coming off TikTok if you don't want to straight away. You can have a nosy on there and see what we've got online. Right, I'm going to put love on afterwards because we are starting to struggle now. Now, because this isn't transparent paper completely, you may have to be aware of how you're lining it up and where you're lining it to so that you get the balance correct. But I think that looks about right. It's very difficult when you're not stood directly over it because obviously to keep my head out from under the camera, I'm stood behind, leant behind, whichever. Now, doesn't that look fantastic on that wood? So I just need to do my love now. And then we're there. I've got to find a sticky bit now. There we go. I think I've got a sticky bit there. Any questions over there? Anybody got any questions tonight? Anybody that wants to know anything?
I haven't seen any questions. Hi, my honey says I've not seen that red stripy top before. I'm not sure that's very craft related. But
No, I've not normally worn this one, Hi My Honey, because normally I try and wear something a bit lighter in my craft room. I thought it was going to be cooler than it is tonight. I was wrong. Now, don't panic if you find it doesn't stick like I've just done. So I'm just going to put that to one side and I'll manually put that on in a moment. But that's because I've literally pushed this to its extreme, which is what I like to do. I have to say I'm a bit frugal. It's the Scottish ancestry in me, I think. I like to get my money's worth for my vinyl and my apetapes. So, let's put the love up there. Make sure you rub it firmly to activate that adhesive. I was going to say diesel, goodness me. See, Anya leaves the building for a few days and I've gone to pieces, Anya, without you. Right, and the last letter, love. That, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, is this week's free cut file for the lives this week. You can only get this cut file from the lives, so please do comment on any of our posts tonight on our TikTok or over the next coming couple of days, or of course join us on Facebook and ask us tonight for the live files or over the next few days, or watch out for the replay that we put on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel tomorrow, and do ask us for those files and you can gladly have them. So there you go, that's tonight's free cut file for you. Where are we on time, Adam?
It's 7:34.
Oh, brilliant. So I've got time to show you a few more of the little things then.
There's a lot of people saying they love this.
Now, obviously, this, I'm going to show you tonight on Facebook, the same cut file, how we're going to use it on our printable vinyl to decorate candles with printed ribbon with the Colp E. So if you want to see that tonight at 8 o'clock on Facebook, please do join us. And it's the same cut file. Now, when I create these cut files, I create them in a way that you can use them for sublimation, you can use them for self-adhesive, you can use them for HTV, you can use them for card making, you could even use them for embroidery, and that's how I've designed these cut files for you to be multi-purpose, multi-directional, and hopefully very enjoyable. And of course, all of our cut files you can use commercially, just please don't share the file itself. Don't forget tonight your free July 15% discount code. That will of course give you 15% off until Friday midnight. That's Friday the 8th of July at midnight, off our self-adhesive vinyl range entirely, just ours, not Cricut or these silhouette ones we sell, but ours. It will give you 15% off our HTV category. It will give you 15% off our entire paper crafts category, including that exclusive and new 12 by 12 paper craft section that we've just launched today. It will also give you 15% off our pattern vinyl range as well. And of course, not forgetting, in the vinyl range is our inkjet and our laser printable sheets that allow us to print designs on paper, to create labels, stickers, or on the Filmic range that I'm going to show you on Facebook tonight. And these literally allow you to put them on candles. And if you saw that we have got this demonstration on our TikTok, so do have a look for it if you want it. And we've got the free cut file for this. But I'm just trying to get it out of the box to show you. This was a demonstration I did a little while ago with the Colp E, and I'm going to do something similar tonight with this and this cut file. And literally, once you've used it on our print and cut, I've got to be careful not to get this stuck on the wrong bit. Bear with me. Warm fingers. There we go. And you literally put it on your candle, and I wrapped a ribbon around it then for Easter. Let me just grab my Easter ribbon because I think I've still got that here. Yes, I have. So I printed this with the Colp E handheld printer for Easter, but obviously you can make any design you want, and the design I'm going to make tonight is for weddings on Facebook tonight, so do watch out for that. So our printable, and as you can see, it literally disappears. This is a battery operated candle, so obviously you can use it forevermore, and it's perfectly safe, and it's beautiful to look at once it's applied, and that will become permanent again after 48 hours. So that's using this Colp E, and I'll show you in a second very briefly how the Colp E works, just so that you know.
While you're there, Lubes,
yeah.
User 776 and a lot of other numbers said, what is the Facebook called? Can't find it.
Green Stick Materials Limited. Or if you type in GM Crafts on the Facebook search bar, it will come up as there as well for you. It's quite annoying because in TikTok you can't have like links saying on your page saying join us here or there or the other, which can be quite frustrating for people. Right, the Colp E then. So there is so many things the Colp E can do, and I'm going to talk a bit more about that at 8 o'clock on Facebook. Let me just move this out of the way because otherwise I'm going to end up with it on my toe. But the Colp E is a handheld printing device. You use it with your smartphone. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because the smartphone that I use is currently above my head showing me what I'm doing to you, or filming. So apologies for that. But there's a whole variety of ribbon sizes, there's labels, there's wristbands you can print. It prints onto fabrics. There's different varieties of ink. Some are permanent, some are washable. There is what they call thermic tape, so that you can make clothing labels out of them. And there is just so many free designs on the Colp E software. You can also create your own design in the Colp E software as well, but obviously free designs to get you going are really helpful. And I'm hoping, because it's beeped, which may mean it's turned itself off. So I'm hoping it will behave for me, because I've pre-printed a design in it ready to put onto this ribbon for you. Yeah, that's right. Just trying to do it. Yeah, I thought so. I've got me printer in the wrong bit, so trying to do it on camera while keeping my head out of the way. Apologies if my head gets in the way, just very briefly. That's better. So you literally, when you've not got your head in the way of the camera and you can actually look directly down at what you're doing, this is how you would do it. And it prints beautifully. Let me get this out of the way. Always keep it between prints on the base, otherwise your ink will dry. But there you go. You can see. And you can choose whatever design you want to go on there. Hopefully that shows up on camera nicely for you. Now, I didn't move it quick enough because I was trying to get it straight. I started to move it and then didn't, which is why I got this little coloured edge on here. But if I hadn't got my head in the way of the camera, then I would have been able to get it straight the first time. But that's how you use it. And again, we've got video demonstrations on our different social media accounts, as well as our website blog, showing you how to use it. Any questions before I depart you all tonight? Anybody got anything they desperately need to know before we switch over to Facebook for 8 o'clock? Don't forget that July 15 discount code. That will give you 15% off our vinyl range. That's our self-adhesive vinyl, our HTV vinyl. That is our pattern vinyl range, our printable sheets like I've just shown you, which is like the LaserJet and the inkjet for your printers, home printers. It also gives you 15% off our whole paper crafts category, including, when you remember seeing last week, the transfer adhesive that I used to create this patch twill, which is also in that HTV category, and I turned it into self-adhesive with HTV on it, no less. And again, that's our transfer adhesive, and again, that also is in that 15% discount, so definitely worth using. So, and that expires midnight, July the 8th, 2022. That's Friday midnight, 2022. And of course, we are back with you next Wednesday on TikTok at 7 p.m. And I hope Anya is well enough to join us. She is at the other side watching us with you this evening. So good evening, Anya. I do hope you get well soon. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Is there anything I need to...
User 776 did say, thank you, I've never heard of using the alcohol before. What is it for?
Rubbing it, right, okay, very quickly before I leave, because it is important. We do have a blog article on the website, but when you apply self-adhesive vinyl to any surface, whether it be a window, a lunchbox, a glass, a mug, a notebook, or like I have tonight, a piece of wood, or even things like these water bottles, there is, during any production or manufacture of anything, or just sitting around through daily life, there will be microfibers that you won't see on the surface. There will be grease, or there will be residues of some description. Some people will say, I wash it with washing up liquid, and then they can't understand why later on it fails. And the reason why is because washing up liquid leaves a film. It's an invisible film, like a greasy barrier, like a silicone type film that you can't see, but it will interfere with that adhesive from fully curing over the 48 hours after application. And rubbing alcohol will evaporate very quickly. I always rub my fingertips with it as well when I'm doing it, so I don't get any natural oils from my fingers during the application process onto the product. And again, that just means then you've got that perfect finish. And make sure you apply it with pressure. Leave it 48 hours out of direct sunlight, do not use it, and then after 48 hours that item becomes fully permanent and hand washable, etc. And obviously that's what you want for professional finishes. Okay guys, look forward to seeing you on Facebook if you're able to join us at 8 p.m. Otherwise, of course, we'll see you 7 p.m. next Wednesday on TikTok, 8 p.m. next Wednesday on Facebook, and of course don't forget tomorrow night 8 p.m. on Instagram. And we will be there for an hour or thereabouts again tomorrow night, and roughly an hour on Facebook tonight. And again, there will be very different demonstrations, so do come and see what we're doing. Look forward to seeing you soon. Many thanks. Got to find the switch, they've moved. Apologies guys, they've moved it off again. Let me find it. It's the joy of having the camera above my head.